Good afternoon. This is Lindsay. It's Wednesday. Is it Wednesday? No, Tuesday. It's Tuesday, October 28th, 2025, and am I'm at the I'm at a park walking around, but it's so like really bright outside. I wanted to talk about some of the stuff that's like going on, like this gang stalking, smear campaign, harassment stuff. So, clearly it's like I keep subscribing to different channels on YouTube, and some of these channels talk about like kind of like these people doing like readings and whatnot, or psychic readings. And I don't know, I just keep on, like, they keep on getting recommended to me, and so I'll watch a few of them, and then I get kind of hooked on them, and then I'll subscribe to the channel, and I'm like, yeah, wow, some of this stuff really resonates with me, some of it. But then when you think about it, it's like it's so broad, it could be talking about pretty much anybody. But then some of them I've noticed have been really specific, very specific, that really seem that it's like correlates a lot with like my a lot of what has happened to me and what is going on with me. So I watch them, and it's interesting. But anyway, so I watch a lot of that. I've been watching that stuff lately. But so the, this I have been working out at home, for the past couple of days, just because I'm still not sure what I'm gonna do about this. I'll probably continue to keep my membership at the gym, the Gold's Gym, but I don't think I can't see myself driving, except maybe on the weekends or a couple times a week, to that one all the way out that I like, because I just like it, that location, and it's clean, and or well, not really, not there. Most of them are not clean. It's cleaner than the others, but um, the machines work, and it's just bigger and all that's in it, So I like that, the atmosphere better there. But so I'll probably still be doing that a couple times a week, and then maybe once or twice a week, going to the one on Goliad just for a couple hours. I don't know yet how I'm gonna figure it out, but I'll figure it out, because uh, one of the one of the reasons I kind of been stuck at home is because I still didn't have my debit card, my new debit card, because it keeps getting hacked, and somebody's getting hacking, using my identity and doing things, fraudulent things. So I had to get another one. But so I did. I was like, I'm not. As much as I wanted to get out of the house today and go drive there, I was like, I can't do that, because if something happens to my car, I'm not going to be able to. I don't have the money. What am I going to do if I get stranded? I'd have to use a credit card or something to get to. I just was like, oh God, I don't know. I didn't feel very secure about it. And even though my car is pretty reliable, I mean, I've just had the oil change. I just had new tires not too long ago. Just, I don't know, a new battery I had to get recently. So it's just the car is getting old. It's got a lot of miles on it, and the way people drive on these highways and freeways around here, or anywhere around the city, it's just monotonous, and it's just like, sometimes I'm like, I'm not going to put myself through all that stress to go to the gym when I can still get a really good workout at home. Just the only thing, but the treadmill I have works, but it's definitely not the same as the ones at the gym. Obviously it's not nearly the same, but it is okay. And whatever. So, and then in addition to that, I have an issue with my commode. Was having some problems in the past couple days, and I was like, what's going on? So I was able to fix it both times. It wasn't flushing properly, so I fixed it, and then it was doing that again this morning. So I was like, you know what, just to be safe, I'm going to call the plumber. And at first I called the plumber who had come to my house last time, called Armindia or something. They didn't answer because it was so early. So I ended up calling different plumber called Roto Rooter or something. And they came out and looked at it, but They were nice, but sometimes these people I felt like they try to make me look stupid sometimes. Like one of them was nice. This guy Juan, I think his name was Juan Garcia. He looked younger. He was really nice, but the other one was just kind of really intimidating. His the guy he was with, this other man who was older, shorter in stature, like he was just really not very. He was just kind of something. I don't know. Maybe he was just really serious, but his something about him just kind of like made me feel like he was just sort of not very. I don't know what. It was just kind of a weird vibe I got from him for whatever reason. Not very friendly, and I just didn't feel very comfortable with that man for whatever reason in my house. The other one was nice, and I felt a good energy from him. Juan, I think Garcia, but yeah, I don't know. I'm kind of weird about that. I pick up on people's energy, and that man had some weird energy. He was like being very like trying to. I felt like he was trying to make me feel stupid or belittling me in a way, like asking me what's wrong with it. What's wrong? It's like I'm trying to explain to you what's going wrong with it, and he's trying to treat me like I'm stupid. I'm like, well, why don't you just? It's like they didn't believe me. He didn't want to believe me when I was telling him that the toilet was having problems flushing. I'm like, well, so what they had to do, and it's not. I was like, maybe it just needs to be replaced. That piece is old, maybe it just needs to be replaced. And like, there's nothing wrong with it. And they kept flushing it and flushing it. I'm like, okay, well, it was not working the other day, but I was able to fix it by putting water in there. So I felt like he's just trying to kind of make me feel silly or dumb or embarrass me or humiliate me. And I don't like that. There's certain people that do that. You can tell that they're just kind of controlling for whatever reason. You get that kind of vibe around them that they're just really kind of like controlling individuals, and they need to be in charge all the time. That's kind of what I picked up on him. The other guy just seemed kind of shy and a little bit demure and soft spoken, and maybe younger, like probably maybe only in his 20s or 30s. I don't know. He looked very young, but that happened, and then they ended up. What was going on is that the whole commode was really loose, and so they had to. I was like, well, they told me they would have to. I said, well, what would you need to do? They're like, obviously we have to. I was like, well, duh, Lindsay. They'd have to completely dismantle it and glue it down better because it was coming all loose. It's not secure, very secure. So they had to. So I was like, how much would that cost? And at first he's like $500. I said, what? $500 to tighten the toilet on the ground? Are you serious? I'm like, I can't afford that. I said, no, I can't. I said, no. And then I said, how much would it cost, by the way, to get a new toilet seat? And he's like, $400. I said, what? For a toilet seat replacement? I was like, oh my God. Shit. I can do that myself, actually. Obviously I can, like I did last time I bought the fucking toilet seat at Home Depot. And my friend put it on for me. This guy who I know, who I haven't seen him, talked to him in a long time, but his name was Carlo, Mr. Garcia, actually. Huh, what a coincidence. His last name was also Garcia. But I was like, oh, God, he helped me do that, and that was really nice of him to do that. That was ways back. And this guy's just a friend of mine, or was a friend of mine from the past. Knew him years ago. But anyway, so they came, and so they ended up taking the toilet up and fixing it so it wasn't wobbling. It was wobbling so much on the ground that it was like coming loose. It was really loose, so they had to put some caulking and secure it better. So now it's like much better because it was so loose earlier that it was like it was almost gonna fall off. So it's like it was about to fall to the side. That's how bad it was. It was getting really loose, and that could have been part of the reason why it was having some issues with the mechanism to flush it. So they fixed that, and I paid $200 to do that, which is a whole lot of money, but still, it's the work that they have to do that. And then that's that. They left, and they were, so that was that. And I was, they didn't get there till like 9 o'clock. Thank God, I got part of my workout done. I got my treadmill workout done, and then they left. They were there for probably 45 minutes, and then I did my other workout, my elliptical thing. So I had my good workout without leaving the house, and then I did my weights and whatnot, some little free weight shit. So it's fun. I can make up a routine, or I have a routine, but I add to it. It's fun to just kind of go play it as by ear. You know what I mean? That's what I do. And I keep thinking there's other things I could add to that home gym to make it even better. But eventually, maybe in due time, when I have more space, when I get rid of things, and obviously have to have more money, but I could really turn it into a nice little home gym and never really ever have to set foot in a gym again. It's just my own gym, you know? And that would be an ultimate goal because I really am very modest. I don't like I don't really like exercising in front of people. I'm just very weird about my body, and I don't like anybody watching me because of the way I exercise sometimes, and I don't like being looked at, and I don't think people are really even looking, but I just get insecure because of what I've been through since my past of harassment and being a victim of gang stalking and all this shit. Pardon my language. It's like I'm very shy and kind of prudent, and just don't like being showing my body off, or God knows I don't. That's like not. That's something I'm very just that way. And so anyway, but not to the point that I won't go out to a gym or in public. But you get the idea. I've been harassed, sexually harassed. I've been mobbed, gaslit, put into some kind of illegal psychological program, some kind of MK Ultra, since I was so young, that I don't trust anybody. And I know that I'm pretty sure, I'm almost positive that like most of these people who've been in and out of my life, they're planted. They're fake. It's fake relationships. They're fake people because they always have an agenda. And it's a good thing that I caught this last narcissist controlling whatever he is, undercover cop, FBI, security guard, whatever, just whatever he was, acted like a fucking military sergeant, so demanding and manipulative and controlling and abusive psychologically, with just a fucking sex addict, like a hypersexual. Um, people like that are just like, I can't I just can't, I lose my temperament with those kinds of people, because literally it's like you're dealing, when you're around these kinds of people too much, or when they're very invasive, they're very demanding, they drain your energy, and it's like they just don't know how to take no for an answer, and they don't respect your boundaries. And of course, if they don't respect your boundaries, they don't respect you. And whenever that's happening, that's a really bad combination. um, and of course they lie, they manipulate, they lie, they gaslight, they lie so much that they believe their own lies, and you'll catch them in these lies, and then they'll lie again about the lie that they just told you, or to try to cover them their tracks. It's horrible. It's just, oh God. But yeah, I mean, this guy, like, he's disappeared again, thank God. I don't think I'll be here. Hopefully he's smart. He's not gonna try to fucking hoover me again and come back into my life after all the lies and abuse and setups. But it's always making me look stupid because I keep letting him back in. It makes me just look as fucking stupid as him because I let him into my house because he pushes it. He's so manipulative. But I have caught that on film a few times, just to prove that I'm not making this stuff up, and see what this guy does. They use coercive abuse. They manipulate, they use abuse, they gaslight, this stuff that they do. It's like psychological warfare that they do, and it's no one really understands it, and they blackmail you. They bribe you, and then they blackmail you, and they basically like threaten you. Because what he did is, because I've rejected him and I had told him no, he started like a smear campaign on me, involved with other people who, I guess, he got in contact with people in my family or whatever. It's all a setup, and I can see that. And so I just don't trust these people. I don't want to have anything to do with them at all. And plus, he's a fucking player, liar, cheater. Uh, yeah, I mean, people like that, I don't need them in my life, and I'm not gonna put up with that shit being mocked and humiliated like that anymore, but I'm sitting down for a minute. So I haven't seen him, thank God. He hasn't intruded in my privacy and that crap about making up stuff about his car. Yeah, whatever. Like, he's such a fucking liar. I'm so dumb to have let him. I feel so stupid to have ever let him into my house again just to start all over. It's like every time you do that with these people, it just starts up the abuse over again. That's all they do is they see it as another excuse to just abuse you more and exploit you or take advantage. And I am just like, am I gonna? What's wrong with me? Why? What? They put you under some kind of a spell. They've done like some kind of. I suspect that these people have done some kind of black magic, satanic stuff on me. Something horrible. I believe that some of these people are involved with witch covens or demonic satanic stuff. It seems like it. They must be because I can't. It's like, and I think a lot of that started with a lot of it started when I moved into that house, when I got into that confrontation with that person named Robert who was threatening me, and I had all those messages saved on my phone around the time that Alan died. But I had known this guy before then, but I started getting threatened a lot by these people telling me that they're going to kill me, that they because I was exposing what they were doing. And these people are involved with like drug cartels and human trafficking, sex cartel stuff that they do that's like all like bunch of dirty nefarious things that some of these people are involved with. They're like in some kind of a I don't know. I'm not part of them, so I don't know, but have my suspicions about what a lot of them do, and they all seem to know each other. They all kind of grew up in the same city. They went to the same school. A lot of them, and they're just like a big coven or like a huge whatever you call it, like a cult or something. Because they started picking on me as soon as I got to San Antonio, they were already sizing me up and doing that shit at the gym, doing their stupid witchcraft shit. These women, for no reason at all. I didn't even know them. They're already picking on me and doing stuff to try to like figure me out or size me up or whatever. And that's how people are. It's so petty. It's so arrested development type things. Before you even know a person, they just start doing that kind of stuff. It's really silly. But that's what a lot of people do who are insecure, and they project their anger and insecurities onto someone who's innocent. But yeah, so I mean, but yesterday I had gone to, I had to do something after I went to I think I went to the store. Did I go to the store? Yeah, I think I went to the grocery store. And on my way back, of course, guess who I see as as I'm on my way to the store, leaving to turn left onto Gevers. That dude on the fucking motorcycle who lived in that house next door to me that they tore down, that drug den, that pimp house, was going turning onto Denver Street where I live, going really fast on his motorcycle, and it was clearly coordinated because it was at the exact same time that I was driving away. I'm like, oh my god, this guy's a fucking creep. I'm sorry, but he's like he's something. These people are just weird. And they're stalking me. It's called gang stalking. This is called organized criminal gang stalking. That's what it is. There's no ifs, ands, or buts about it. That's what they're doing to me to try and to intimidate me and silence me because I blew the whistle on their fucked up shit, on their corruption, on their lies, on their stuff that they were doing. They're doing it right in front of me for that long, expecting me to just remain silent about it and trying to intimidate me and using threats and violence against me, trying to so that I wouldn't. I mean, this is what I had to go through. And then what's so worse about that is that no one believes me. No one believes me. The only person who probably would be a witness to this is a man who was living with me for a while, this ex-boyfriend who lived with me for a bit, the guy from Mexico. He saw a lot of what was going on. He saw what was going on at that house. So I'm not making this stuff up. They were targeting me a lot, and they still are because they're trying to get even, and they're all involved with the police and the corrupt drug dealers and the FBI and all that. They're all connected. These people are all working together, and once somebody blows a whistle on their corruption, they just target you and harass you and try to kill you, doing their stupid rituals on people, and that stuff will backfire because I already know. I already went through some horrendous things by stupidly contacting some evil people who I thought were spiritual healers. Well, no, it's the opposite. They'll start doing that kind of weird black magic voodoo stuff on you when you think that you're. I was like, what the fuck? Who is this man? You're not at all who you portray on your Facebook page. You're just some kind of voodoo, dark magic, something creep. What is? What are? Who are you? And then he kept demanding money from me, like threatening me, like trying to basically put pressure me to the point that I was fearing for my life. God, I'm telling you, I've learned a lot about just don't trust people, to trust your instincts. And I guess you have to go through it to learn it. Maybe I'm a bit of a slow, whatever. You have to go through it to learn it, I guess. And sometimes we all make mistakes, but damn it, I certainly can testify to that about experience. So just had to talk about that because it's so hot. Look at that. God, some of these. That's a huge beetle, really big. It's still so hot in San Antonio. It's like we're at the end of October and it's still like 95 degrees outside. It's it's like, come on, can it just get a little bit cooler, please? It's just so damn fucking. It's like living in the desert. But then when it gets to be winter, it can be pretty damn cold too. And I kind of prefer the hot over the cold, but I don't have air conditioning in my house. It works, and my car doesn't. The air conditioning doesn't work, so it's kind of hot anywhere I go. That's why I guess I like to. Gym's not so hot. At least there's air conditioning in there when I go there. But yeah, so. Oh, and I was just every day weird little things happen to me that are so synchronized that it's almost like, how could these things be a coincidence? How could all this stuff be a coincidence when I see the signs everywhere around me about stuff? And the more I think about it, when I went to the cemetery the other day with that narcissist liar, um, that was done. See, I believe that was a sign, like whatever was going on there with that woman, because I have the name of a woman named Nora in my phone as a contact. Who, it's like they hack it is a targeted person. That they hack into all your technology, your phone, your computer, and all that. So they monitor everything you do, and I do have a contact by the name of Nora, and it just so happens that the people visiting that grave, it was the father and the visiting the woman named Nora who had died at age 42. Nora, whatever her last name was, I talked about in my other video, but I kept thinking, okay, that heart, that cracked heart on the tombstone, it could mean a lot of things. Like she died of a broken heart, she died of heart failure. Did she die from what? I don't know, cancer, breast cancer. I just keep on thinking, how did this girl die? Was she slowly poisoned? Was she killed in an accident or something to do with a heart? Did she was maybe poisoned. Her heart stopped. But I don't think it was a heart attack. And the more I think about it, I'm like, why did I keep getting this weird feeling when I was watching that man? Like the way he looked at me when I was sitting there in the car, it was like this look. He had this look on his face. It was like not, it was like a guilt, a look of sheer guilt, like he was running away from something, like he was hiding something. I could see it in his eyes, like the shame and guilt that he felt. It wasn't just a face of somebody mourning somebody who passed away. No, no, no. He had a look of like he'd been caught, like a scared deer who somebody's shining the bright lights on. That's what I got out of that. And maybe I'm, I don't know. I kind of get kind of crazy with my sometimes sometimes my intuition can get a little bit out of hand, I guess. But but when it hits me really strong like it does sometimes, which it did that day, I can't let it go, and I keep pondering about it because sometimes it hits me so hard. So I'm like, what the fuck? It's like what something's trying to tell me something. But anyway, yeah. So off we go.